Hello and welcome to the channel, and welcome today to Portal Knights from Keen Games. This game is currently in early access and I picked it up because I quite like the look of it. So I've played about 3-ish hours at this point. So this is one of my characters. This is a little ranger guy who I've been playing with. I say one of my characters, my only character at the minute. So this is a mage character, and this is sort of like a little house that I set up on the very first island, and I'm going to try and show you generally what the game has to offer at this point. So it's very craft orientated, it's an exploration orientated. It's quite it's got a good mix of everything in my opinion. So crafting is very, very simple. So let's say we wanted to craft any of these. Wanted a furnace. It tells you exactly what you need, and you click craft, and it appears on the bench, and you place it down. It's literally that simple. You have some ones that you can craft in your hand as well. But most things will tell you like this requires a workbench. But there's a few things that you can craft in your hand. So like these sharpening stones. I probably actually do need a few of them, so there you go. I'll build a few of them just in case. So yeah, this is my little house for right now. So you can use anvils to build anything metal orientated. So if you play as like the warrior class, you'll use that for a lot of your stuff. If you're a hunter like me, you'll need a workbench. And if you're a mage, you'll need the altar outside for most of your stuff. But generally speaking, there's quite a lot of crossover with your items. So I found it's generally better just to get all three. So, I've got a few chests here to store a few general things and all that kind of stuff. Now, let's go outside. Now, the one thing this game gets more dangerous at night. So you may see that there's all these crazy blue glowing frost night things everywhere. They only appear in this world at night. So, unfortunately, this is one of the dangers of night. However, it might give me a good opportunity to show you some of the combat. So the combat is very orientated around if you've ever played a Zelda game or anything like that. Now, I am in literally like where you do your tutorial, so these guys are really easy because I'm quite a bit higher level and geared than they are. So what I'm intending to do is I'll probably show you the very first boss fight. That's probably what I'm going to do, because I think it's the bosses that will keep people playing for the longer. So the thing I should stress first is this game is a co-op focused game. It's generally designed for 4 people. You can play it perfectly capably in single player, as I have been, but they are generally aiming it at like 4-player co-op with your friends. So these worlds, like I've got it set at the minute, it's like friends could just drop in if they did so wish. To my knowledge, there's no like public online worlds as of yet. I think you have to go through invites and all that sort of stuff. Now it's starting to brighten up, so very soon it's going to be morning. And then this place will completely change because those nights will get pulled off into the sky and it'll be lovely. And then I can show you around a little bit more. So I can sort of talk about this area. This is a little like farm that I've sort of set up. So when you want to craft things, so if I go back to the crafting screen, you'll see things like cotton cloth, which requires cotton. So as you can imagine, these little bushes here are packed with cotton. And then whenever you farm things, generally speaking, if it's a sort of plant, you'll get a seed as well as some items from it as well. So you can plant more. So I've got loads of wheat here because I used wheat to build the roof. And I've got loads of cotton because it built my original set of armour. Whereas my armour now is a little bit more complicated. So, each world has certain resources on it. So when you go to the map screen, you can see what's there. You can see what enemies are there, what bushes and things like that you can get, and then what ores you can get. So here is literally only stone. That's basically it. And obviously dirt. But they don't really count that as anything because dirt I don't think is actually used in any sort of recipes. So each one of these can be set, you can, depending on where you go, you can set one of these as a home. So at the minute I just had the first level set as my home because I've built a little house here. So this is like my safe place to come where I can kill everything very easily. Gives me a bit of time to craft, all that kind of stuff. However, if I want to craft, I generally need to go to other worlds to go and find resources. So like if we look here, these dusty mountains will give us copper ore. We can find copper ore there and raw electro quartz and a few other bits and pieces. If we go to the next area, we'd be able to get coal. So we'd need coal to also smelt the copper. So we had to go to 2 of these worlds to get copper bars. Then if we go further on, we go back to some copper again. So these are all completely random. I think they're randomised. They're probably not, but not at this stage anyway. More copper there. But you can also get a few mushrooms there. But let's start actually showing off how you make portals. Right, so if I head to here, because there's a portal here that I haven't discovered. So let's go here. So we can just travel at any time we want. And bump. We take off into the next dimension. So in every area, there will be the frame for a portal. So there's a portal there that I've already opened. You can see that up there. So I could walk through that and it would take me through to a set world. However, if I find others, which if I remember rightly, this portal is down here, you'll see that this one is empty and needs to be filled in. So what we need here, because as you can see, this got like a blue tint to it, I need blue portals. So I need to craft those. So we need 6 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we can put together portal. And puff. We have a portal. And then we can walk through it. So we're going to be going now to the Crimson Wood. So this is a new area that we've just unlocked. Obviously it's quite a low level area, as I say, but it's still pretty damn cool. But this is the way you slowly progress. So it's a level 9 area, so it's still a pretty decent area. So in each of these areas, you'll start to see, you'll have different biomes, they'll have certain characteristics, there'll be different things to farm, different enemies. There'll be different dungeons and stuff to complete. So as you can see there's like a big fire guy over there who I haven't seen one of them before. But from here I can tell that there's at least one portal here which will take me over to here. Obviously I could also go a different route to get there, but still. The one with the big skull on it is obviously a boss. So as you can see I'm slowly working my way over here. There you go, you can zoom out a little bit. So as you can see there's a fair few worlds, but I need to work my way through sort of this sort of path or this path until I eventually get to the next boss. And just keep working my way around. And it's that beautifully simple. So from what I can tell, there's 3 bosses in it at the moment. And I'm going to show you one now, because I think it'll be interesting. So luckily you are allowed to go and replay bosses. Now the bosses remind me really heavily of Zelda-esque bosses, where there's one very set tactic and it's just rinse and repeat until it dies. And you're going to see kind of how simple they can be. I imagine later on they get a lot more complicated, but there we go. So we shoot this tail and there's our first boss. So I think they look really awesome. I think this game is really pretty and I really like the models that they use. So this one is mostly about dodging for the first part, because if I actually try and shoot him, you'll see he is immune. So whenever you fire, your camera will automatically lock on. So I think... No, that's a dusty maggot. That's not the one we want. That's the one we want. We want that big fat grub right there. Because that is his tail. So, and then now he's stunned, we now just sit here and shoot him. And now we rinse and repeat that, and that's the first boss done. But it's still pretty damn cool. So I've also managed to learn a few spells, so I'm actually going to make use of my healing spell right now. Ow, and I just walked straight into that and just wasted that, so I might as well just drop a potion as well. So every time you attack, you automatically lock onto the nearest target, and then you can just use tab targeting to switch between. There's our tail over there that we need to shoot. There we go. And if I want to, I can just right click again, it'll unlock the camera completely so that I can run around. But for now, I will automatically stay locked onto them, and then I can use left and right along with space to do dodge moves as well. So it's very similar to Zelda in combat, which is not necessarily a bad thing. For some people it might be, but I quite enjoy it. So I've been having a great deal of fun with this. It's one of them games that you'll find like time sort of disappears on you a little bit. You can tell that this is quite a bit easier than it should be, just because of the fact that since I've done this boss, I've gained a fair bit of power. I've built a new bow, built some new gear which gives me better like critical chance and that kind of stuff. So there we go, that is the boss beaten. And we get a little bit of loot off that. Nothing particularly special. And then we would just be able to go through here and it would take us straight to the next area. So it automatically opens the portal if you beat the boss. But every so often, all the portals sort of can join into one to fight the boss, so you have to beat the boss if you want to carry on advancing. Whereas with these levels, there's kind of... the only limit is how fast you can gather the shards to craft that particular portal piece. So once I got past that... well, I think actually to open that one, I had to build a full yellow portal, which needs quite a lot more portal pieces. But they're also harder to find. I had to kill, like, harder enemies to actually get those to drop. So, that's that. Now, the thing I'm working on now is iron ore is sort of my next thing that I need. So that's the sort of... now I'll show you a bit of the gathering. The gathering is as you would expect. You need a tool, you go and find said item, and you might. So like you can see up there, there is a piece of iron right up there. But I also know there's some up here, which I haven't managed to get. You can see this is the staircase that I've built previously. There's a massive chunk of it over there. We've got a recipe here, I might as well learn that. Okay, do I have some... yeah. Right, we're going to cheat build our way over there, because we can. Because why take risks when you can build a bridge? So I'm going to build all the way up here, and I can go grab some of this iron so I can get my pickaxe out. And you can just chip away. Now, to make iron, I need quite a lot of iron ore. And then I need to just go and smelt it along with some coal in the furnace back in my base. And for some reason I can't mine this one. I'm not aiming in quite the right place, it seems. So yeah, this is just general gathering. This is what you'll spend sort of like, as you sort of go around the world, you'll just sort of naturally gather and pick up stuff as you go. Just to give yourself better gear. Slowly upgrade your tables so they get better recipes that they can craft. Slowly upgrade your weapons, slowly upgrade your armour. Build yourself better... oh, there's actually coal here, that's kind of handy. Build yourself better equipment, build yourself better spells if you play as a mage. There's currently 3 classes you can play as, so it's like warrior, hunter, mage. Like the standard procedure there. And so far, I am enjoying... I don't know why, I think this is just because this is one of those nice little... I don't want to say mindless, but it kind of is. Just games that I can just go, and I've always got a little something to do. So I can just quickly log in, try and get a few portals done, gather a bit of stuff as I go, kill a few things, get a little bit stronger each and every single time, work my way through. But I'm trying not to go into it too heavy because it's early access, and as is with the standard with early access, I imagine eventually progress will be wiped. I can't imagine them just keep adding stuff and you get to keep your old character. I imagine eventually this character's going to get wiped. So I'm trying not to go too deep into it because I've done it a few times before where I've gone really hard into an early access game and then like an old character gets deleted or a save has to be refreshed or something like that, and I just struggle to go back and go, oh, I've got to do all that again. Great. So that's the sort of mode I'm in at the minute. Let's see if we can just hit this guy. This new bow is crazy good. Okay, he teleports. That's bad. That's not what we wanted at all. Go away. Go away. Whoop. The roll. Okay, here we go. Yeah, now we can get this iron. Let's quickly repair my gear. There we go. So yeah, I'm enjoying the combat. The combat's nice and simple, just having a simple lock-on targeting. The bosses seem pretty fun, although I only have done one so far, but I've seen in like the trailers like a big old dragon as one of them, so that looks pretty fun. I mean, I'm looking forward to doing some of them. I'll probably work my way through this early access build, and then this will probably be a game that I like put down for a few months until it's getting near the time of coming out. Oh, there's a chest here. What do we get inside here? Not that much. That's probably my plan for it. But I still highly recommend it, particularly right now, because at the moment you can get it for like 20% off. So if you've got a bunch of friends to play it with, you can pick this up for like... I mean, here it's £6, so it'll be the original equivalent of whatever Great British Pounds converts to for you. And I'm having a blast with it. I really am. It's really fun. I think it's, if nothing else, it's got good potential for when it comes out of early access to be a really fun game. And yeah, I really like it. I would definitely recommend it at the moment. It's solid, it runs ridiculously well, it looks stunning. There's plenty of little characterization that you can do, like customize yourself. So like I've got this little cape which I got for like buying it near launch. And I'm using like bits of different armor sets together, and you get to customize your character. So I've got give him a little earring and long hair and all that kind of stuff, make him look a little bit ranger-esque. And then you also have access to like perks and talents. So when I get to level 10, I'll gain 30% more experience from defeating enemies. At level 15, I can choose between intelligence or strength, which, because normally I mostly get agility because that's what my class is used for, but I can also get other stuff, so it doesn't stop me using other weapons either. So yeah, there's some pretty cool things that you'll be able to do with your character. As I say, it's early access, it's all subject to change. And it's also subject to massive amounts of improvement, so which is the hope that I have for it right now. Because I'm enjoying it, I want to see it do well. So I think for now, I'm going to leave it there. I think that's about as much as I can show you without just showing me running through areas, just mindlessly killing things and farming. So I can do that in my own time rather than yours. This just gives you a little bit of gameplay and a bit of look at Portal Knights. It's available on Steam right now. You can go pick it up. It is early access though, please be aware of that. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully it was helpful to you. If it was, please do drop me a comment and leave me a like. And subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you very much, and hopefully I will see you in a future video. Bye bye.